When did you start painting?
58 years ago. Actually, really started when I was 10. I had a cousin who was an illustrator, pretty good watercolorist, and he would invite me to go with him on the weekends to paint, watch him paint, and that's really what got me started. About 10 years ago, I took early retirement from Hewlett-Packard and just felt like I needed something to do, and so I started back painting. Well, I think first and foremost, I always try to paint what I know. I don't feel like I can paint things that I don't know, so I paint what I'm familiar with. And growing up in the South, I'm very familiar with old houses and people and birds and animals and old buildings and that sort of thing. So that's more or less what I'm attracted to, and that's what I try to paint. I paint from photographs and memory mostly. When we're out traveling, if we see an old house, we'll stop, take a picture of it. When I come back and actually start, if I'm going to do a painting of it, I may put a porch on it or take the porch off or move a window around, so I take a lot of liberties with photographs and that sort of thing.
Are there any particular artists that influence you?
I would say probably right before I started back painting, we were in Birmingham and saw an exhibit of Mose Tolliver and Jimmy Lee Sutta. So I would say those two guys probably had the greatest impact on getting me back painting and to really focus on what I know. As I said, old houses and buildings and things like that.
Because you're basically a self-taught painter, is that
Absolutely,
correct?
yeah. Very little training as far as an artist, just what I would get in elementary school, high school, that sort of thing. Do it just because I want to. It's nice when you sell a piece, but I'm not painting to sell. I'm painting because I enjoy doing it. And I guess when I started really back 10 years ago, it was a way to relieve stress and refocus my energies and that sort of thing. So it's just, what I paint, I think, comes from my heart. It's not, I'm not motivated by anything else to do it other than I just love doing it. I started painting with tar about 10 years ago, and as I said earlier, working with watercolor, I just always felt like it was too flat, that I couldn't get the depth and the texture I was looking for. Even though it's possible to get depth and texture with watercolor, it's just I wasn't getting what I wanted to get. So I started looking for other mediums to use, and I tried tar paper, and I've tried caulk and sheetrock mud and actual mud, as Jimmy Lee Sutta used sweet mud, which was sugar and mud together. But when I discovered tar, then I just felt like this is it. This is what I've been looking for, because I can get the texture, the depth, and it gives me a lot of freedom when I'm working on a piece, that I can get a lot of flow and energy in it, I think.
So you haven't actually even worked with any other artists as mentors then? You're truly
Right.
independent working and
Yeah.
come up with your own
I
styles?
read a lot of articles and read a lot of magazines and look at books and try to figure out how other artists have developed their technique and their style, and pull a little bit from here and there, and so that's kind of where I've kind of developed. I like modern art and some abstract art I like, but I would say that I'm kind of drawn to a more contemporary, outsider folk art realm, and I guess other people have described my work as Southern contemporary folk art. As long as I'm breathing, I'm going to be painting.